What is up? So we're not going anywhere today because
Not to see rocket sounds like fun.
yeah, we have our own personal waterfall right here. It's just torrential downpour right now. Look, I'll show you. Super vlogger fail. It's dark. I understand. Just calm down a little bit. It's all right. But yeah, that's today. So yeah. I think I'm just gonna stay home and do some wash today. Maybe talk with you guys for a little bit. I don't know. See, I'm not kidding. Personal waterfall. Hey guys, so I thought I would do a kind of different vlog, I guess. Obviously, we've been vlogging for a couple of years, and there's a lot of new followers on here. So I thought maybe this would be a good idea to just get to know me. And I don't know if Jesse is going to do one. I don't know if Ireland's going to do one. I don't think Mason could do one yet. But I figured I'd be productive and fold some laundry. You hear Mason on the monitor. He's supposed to be napping right now. However, we'll see how far I can get through this without him coming in here because he's already starting to fuss. But I thought I'd do some of these fun questions. I haven't answered any of them yet. I just figured I would answer them with you guys, just so that you could kind of get to know me or whatever. Let's start with the first one. It's just like one of those fun games, you know, that you've seen on Facebook or whatever. Figured, why not, right? It's kind of cool to get to know the people that you watch on YouTube. I mean, the daily vlogs and stuff are fun, but you get to know who like the person is and how they think. So basically it says like my all-time favorite book is, I actually have two, and one of them a lot of you probably know about. It is called The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. It was made into a movie. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, they stuck very close to the book. I was very happy about that. So I would definitely say read that book. The other one is, it's very proving to friendship. If you have like a best friend or a group of best friends or that kind of stuff, and it's good for any age. It's by an author named Kristen Hanna, and it is Firefly Lane, I believe that's what it is. If you have a best friend near or far, no matter how close you are, if they're like that kind of friend where you just fall back into rhythm when they're back around, but you know they can be gone for months and months and months, it's that type of book. So definitely look into those two books. And I will tell you, when I was reading The Notebook, Jesse and I had actually just gotten engaged, and I literally threw the book when I finished it. Like, I was so sad, so angry, so like upset that the physical book was over that I threw the book. And I'm one of those that you treat books very nicely because they're prized possessions to me. The second question is, would you rather have $100,000 in real money or $1 million in Amazon gift cards? Now, a lot of people would be like, heck yeah, shopping spree. But see, with me, the $100,000 right now, because Jesse and I are looking to start going into possibly buying a house and that kind of stuff, the $100,000 would be a nice down payment, either on a piece of land or on a house that we fall in love with, which we did actually fall in love with one, but we don't know if it's even in the cards right now, and it would be a nice down payment. Would you rather hike a mountain or lay on the beach? Okay, so this one's really hard for me because I love hiking, but I also adore the beach. That one's really hard for me. And I come from a beach town. Like, I grew up in San Diego. So for me, that's extremely hard to pick because the beach was always just my calm place, but I love hiking for that exact same reason. It's my calm place. So that one's really hard to choose. What would you do? I don't know. I mean, it's a toss-up, I guess. But I will say I prefer hiking in the fall because I love, love, love to look at the leaves and that kind of stuff. So there's actually one really cool trail around our area that has every color leaf you could think of, but then there's just one area, it's like magical. You walk into it and the leaves are like paper thin. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's almost like the leaves are like a rose gold, and and they just flutter to the ground, like while spinning at the same time of flutter. I don't even know how to explain it, but the area is magical. But to get there, it's a 5-mile hike, but once you reach it, it's amazing. I love it. Ireland actually did the hike with me when she was, I want to say she was like 5 or 6, and she did the whole 7.5 mile hike. She's a bad mama jamma, that's for sure. Let's see, what's the next one? What's your favorite travel destination? Well, what you probably don't know about me, or might know about me, I don't like to fly. And I know a lot of you are like, oh my god, how are you going to go anywhere? You're missing out. I understand. I do. But I have this insane fear of heights and of not being in control of the plane. And I mean, really, if the plane was going to go down while I was even in control of it, it would go down because I don't know how to fly a plane. Okay, so Mason's currently on the floor with all of his stuffed animal friends because he's just not having it. And he's over there smiling because he knows. Because I just said he's on the floor and he went, The next question is, what is the last thing you got really excited about? The last thing I actually got really excited about was the fact that we were pregnant, obviously. But in the most recent times, the last thing I got excited about was the fact that I have something planned, and hopefully it works out. Don't want to divulge. It's just going to have to stay that way. But I am excited about it because hopefully it will work out really well. If you could have only one... If you could only have one app on your phone, what would it be? It's hard because I obviously am on social media. I feel like if I had to choose between two of them, Instagram or YouTube, because YouTube I would be able to find all kinds of stuff to actually do, but Instagram I would still be able to connect with people on a more intimate level and like see pictures and keep updates and that kind of stuff. That's hard. Wow. Yeah, that's hard because like Gmail and that kind of stuff. But I guess I could access Gmail from the computer because that's not like necessarily an app. I guess they're meaning an app by a phone. So yeah, I would say on a phone. That's what I definitely would do. Oh, by the way, shout out Christine. Hi. You're like messaging me all these t-shirts for Mason's birthday party. Ireland is in charge, side note, of Mason's birthday party. So I've been talking to her about what we can do, because she makes shirts, what we could do on making him a shirt that he could wear that day. That's super awesome. I'm excited because I think we narrowed it down. So the next question is, if you could only listen to one genre of music, what would it be? You know what? I refuse to answer that because I can't. I'm not answering that question because I like every genre except for one. Like, I don't like super screamo metal. Like, I don't like that. But there's something in literally, I think, every genre of music that I like. So I can't just pick one. What one food could you not live without? Pizza. A lot of people would say chocolate and all that kind of stuff, but I like pizza. Like, and thank goodness I found different ways to make it that are a little bit better. But pizza, for real, like I could eat it for breakfast, best breakfast ever, best late night, like food, best dinner, all of that stuff. Tea or coffee? That's hard because I love coffee. I do. I like coffee a lot. But I also like iced tea a lot. And there is room for hot tea, but I'm a stickler on hot tea. I'm not one to drink hot tea a lot, but I do like the ginger by the Republic of Teas. That is like my favorite hot tea if I have to pick.
One eternity later.
So the next question was, if you could retire tomorrow, what would you do? By trade, okay, I have an extreme amount of admin background. What that means is I've been an executive secretary, I've done admin work in various different places, and I've also like been the office manager and that kind of stuff. But then about a year before Ireland was born, I decided to put my actual college stuff to use and became a nanny. After a year of that, I got pregnant with Ireland. So from then on, she went with me. So I guess that's my trade right now, because the family that I have nanny for, they literally just moved to Florida. I have no one right now, but I guess by trade, if I were to retire right now, and honest to God, if I was to retire right now, I think I would like to do something with helping people, meaning like a couple vlogs back you saw the food pantry. I think I would like to work with a food pantry, but in a different way, not like the typical food pantry. I have some ideas mulling. I think I would like to work with homeless, and so I definitely think that's what I would like to do if I were to retire right now. The next question was, if I won Powerball, how would I spend the winnings? Actually, I don't know what Powerball is right now. As of Saturday, the jackpot was 165 million. If I were to get that, first of all, we would buy a house with some land. And I'm not talking like a giant house. I'm talking just a house that is livable for us. I don't want a giant house. I never have wanted a giant house because, let's be real, aside from the fact of not needing to have a giant house, because I just don't need a giant house, I don't want to have to clean the beast. So, but I would get a house with some land, because Jesse and I were actually talking about it, how we wanted to have the land where we could build some extra stuff on it, such as a small like 2-bedroom house for Ireland, a small 2-bedroom house for Mason, so that when they were not living with us anymore, but still were on the property, they have their own space and be able to save up some money so that they could, you know, buy their own house or move whatever they wanted to do while they went to college or while they worked or whatever. Because our requirement, we don't require our kids to go to college. Like, that's not something that we're like, you have to go to college. It's, if they want to go to college, they can. And I say that because I didn't go to college right away out of high school. Jesse kind of did. I did not. And to me, I think that kind of benefited me. I mean, I didn't wait like a totally long time, but I was like 22 or 23 when I went to college. But that benefited me because, okay, how do I would definitely do that, get some land. Also, I would pay off all of my parents' like stuff. Jesse and I talked about that. Obviously, we'd pay off all our debt, but we don't have a whole ton of debt. Like, we still have some leftover medical bills that we're paying down from the mold crap, but we don't have a lot of debt. I'd definitely pay down my parents' stuff and pay off anything like that. We would get some new cars, like not anything like fancy, but like I would get probably like a Town and Country. Like, I like that van, so I would get a Town and Country that is upgraded from what we have, and Jesse would definitely get a new car. So we would do that, and then we would put probably about, we said, I think like $8,000 to $10,000 away for each kid in a CD, so that it would make money for them while they were growing up or whatever. And then we would also open a savings account, put money in there for them, and we also said that, what was it? Oh, we would take a couple of really cool vacations that we've always wanted to do. So we would do that, and various other things. And I know that we said we would put a lot into savings. Yeah, if we won Powerball, that would be the immediate things that we would do. Like, we would definitely do those immediate things. What 5 things could I not live? Could I live? Wait, could I not live without? Okay, so I couldn't live without my phone, because I like to keep in contact with my friends and family a lot. I couldn't live without Jesse and Ireland and Mason. It would drive me insane. I couldn't live without some type of water. Like, if it's iced tea or water or something, like, this is not a norm for me. Like, I have a soda maybe once every like 4 days. I'm not one of those people. Like I said, I can't live without pizza. I love pizza. As much as it sounds like a pain, I don't think I could live without electricity. Is that 5? I don't know. I think that's 5. Maybe 4. I don't know. Yeah, Mason says he thinks so too. If someone gave you $1,000, how would you spend it? So $1,000 sounds like a ton of money, but it's really not. So I guess right now, like the $1,000, I would just, that's hard because I'm one of those people that doesn't spend it on me. And I'm not saying that to be weird, but I'm just not, I like to go and buy for other people. I guess if I were to spend it on me, I would go and buy a bunch of new baking sheets and that kind of stuff because I really want that kind of stuff. I also really want a Dyson vacuum. Like, how old do I sound? But realistically, if I was speaking for me, like how would I spend my $1,000? I'd go and spend it on Jesse, Ireland, and Mason, like, and other people, because I just do that. That's how I am. I What are you most thankful for today? That I woke up, because I've been having a lot of anxiety, and I know it's like strange because I have no issue, like, and I've been checked because I have asthma and all that kind of stuff. We all got asthma, all three of us. Mason doesn't have it, thankfully, but it's because he wasn't around then. But we all three got asthma from the house with the mold. So I was sent to, because I was the one that was the most worst off or whatever, I was sent to a cardiologist and they checked everything and everything's fine. Like, I have a perfectly healthy heart. But for some reason, I don't know, I've just been having weird anxiety with that lately. Like, I actually had Jesse pray for me before we went to sleep because I was just like having some wicked anxiety about it. I guess, yeah, I'm just thankful that I woke up this morning. What is the best thing to do in your hometown? So technically my hometown is San Diego. I would say go to the beach. That's my thing. Or Seaport Village if it's still there. I love that. That was one of the best things to do. But if I were to say here, I guess go and see all the historical stuff because there is a lot of historical stuff around here. So that would be a good thing to go and do. What is the best vacation you ever took? Yikes. All of them have their best parts, like in the last like 5-6 years. They've been pretty cool. I guess the cruise, the Disney cruise, that was a lot of fun. I can tell you about the worst vacation we ever took. Me and Jessica can tell you about that. What is one movie you could watch over and over again? The Goonies is one of them, and Hocus Pocus. I don't care. Like, I know I'm only supposed to pick one, but I'm a rebel. So those two, Hocus Pocus and the Goonies. My first job, I worked at Jackson Hewitt. It's a tax place. I did admin. So that was my first job. Well, I guess my first job was babysitting. Like, I used to babysit a lot of kids in the neighborhood when I was a teenager. But we lived in military housing, so, I mean, that was kind of a known thing. But I worked at Jackson Hewitt. So, admin, so that's kind of where it started. And then the last one is, what was your favorite cartoon as a kid? So, okay, I was kind of a strange kid. I didn't really watch cartoons. Like, I did, don't get me wrong. Like, I watched the Snorks, and I watched Strawberry Shortcake, and all that kind of stuff. If you don't know what the Snorks are, go look it up. A lot of you are probably the younger crowd that is Ireland's friends, who probably don't even know what that is. But I watched the Popples and that kind of stuff. But I like Saturday mornings, I would wake up and I'd watch the black and white version of the Little Rascals. Like, that's what I would watch. Or I'd watch the Babysitter's Club. Or one of my favorite things to watch in the morning was The Little Princess with Shirley Temple. Like, that's what I watched. I didn't really watch cartoons. That wasn't my thing. But there you go. There's the Get to Know Me. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I guess down in the basement, tell me what you would do with the $1,000 if you had it right now. See if you could help me spend it. Okay? So I'll see you guys later. Bye!